Hello guys, you're watching Droid Crunch. I'm Nakesh Kapoor, and in this video we're going to talk about HTML PDF converter for the Elementor Pro Form. So keep watching this video, and after the end of this video you will be able to create a form that can send out a PDF to the email, and you can make use of this kind of PDF in many cases. So without a further ado, let's start it. First of all, I will just drag and drop this form widget, and let me give it a little bit of style. Like from the advanced, I can make it like padding 20, and I'll use only those fields which are needed. So text field, an email field, and for example let's make it a kind of photography form for photography services, photography service. Okay, and let's change its styling a little bit. Okay, and for button I can make it like this color, and now for the form fields I will just name it like budget, and I can make it select fields so that I can show you how you can make use of checkbox or select fields. So select field is quite easy, there's nothing to do because it's a single value container, I can say. And for example I can set here like less than 200 and 200 to 500 and 500 to 1000, and it can be of any currency. For example we can just use this for now, and let's make it budget. So the ID is budget now. We can also give it a label, and let's add one more field that can be service that we can choose. And for service we can make it a checkbox, and we can say photography, and we can also say pre-shoot, we can say video editing, we can say. Okay, so these three are enough. We can make it inline as well if we want, and let's to a label we can give it like different styling, or probably this. Okay, so a form should look good eventually. Okay, so like this. And for the field we can also do some styling here, and background color we can say a little bit like this. Okay, so now it looks good. What radius we can say none. Okay, so fields are like this now. Or we can give it a little bit of border radius, fine for now. Okay, and let's set its width a little bit. Okay, like this, it's fine. Now we need one more field, that is for our signature field, so that we can also show you how you can use signature field in the PDF. And we can select signature from here. Okay, here it is. Save to file, transmit using JPEG. You can use this option if the signature doesn't appear in the PDF. Okay, and by default I will use this saved file. Good to go. You can also set some styling from this signature field. You can change its width like this. We had 500 or whatever, I don't know the width of this, so you can just make it like this. You can change the pad color as well, pad background color, and the pen color. Okay, it will reflect probably on the front end. Let's see. Okay, for me it is not working right now. Probably we can go with the default one for now. Okay, good to go. You can say it 480. Okay, probably it is 10. It is 10, and that's why it is 480 plus 10 plus 10 is equal to 500, and the entire width is 500, right? So you can say it column this is widget spacing. Okay, so now it's done for the visual part. Now what we can do, we just need to set the action, right? So just go to content, and here is the action of the submit, and here we need to set the action PDF. Okay, PDF generator, and you can choose any of this converter, but here we are using HTML converter, and the name of the PDF, it's the current date, and the U, like YU, all of this. So it will be, it's like a token and a function. Okay, and here's the folder where it will be saved. It's also kind of a function, where's the YMD kind of thing, and then it's just it returns the date, current date, and this is the location source from Elementor PDF. So you can just find all of its saved PDFs on this location, right? So this is the location, and this is the entire location. First like PDF, then the year, then month wise all the PDFs will be saved. And here you can select the HTML template, but for the HTML template to be saved we will need a template. So we can just quickly go to dynamic.ooo, and here it is HTML templates. Now I'll get a new template. We can name it photography service. Okay, and by default you get all of this HTML code, and here is the styling, style to style. You can add more styles. Here are custom fonts for our different elements of HTML, like body, h1, code element. So we have like different styling for them, like different fonts for them, and these are all custom fonts. Okay, you can see your core fonts here, C Times, Shelvitka, C Courier. So these are default fonts, core fonts. Okay, if you want to use custom fonts, you can add your fonts in your custom fonts library, like in your Elementor. Here are 3 custom fonts already there, so you can see all of these 3 fonts. So we can use these fonts as well. We can copy this font here, and now we can use it here. But before using all of these custom fonts, you will need to upload these fonts here in this custom fonts list, okay, in your Elementor. And here is the body starting part of it. Okay, and here is the page number, pagination kind of thing, like total number of pages and the current page. Okay, and here is the heading of the form, sorry, the PDF. Okay, so we can change it probably to this heading as well, okay, by using the token, or we will just use it as static one. We can say it like photography service invoice, we can say. Cool. Now we can say hi form.name. So we have a field with the ID of name, so we can just map it and leave it like this and say hi name. Your thanks for choosing us. Hoping for the best collaboration, something like this. Okay, just to understand how you can use the form, so we don't need to worry about everything. Okay, and now we have this UL elements. So it is like for the fields that return like return more than one elements, or return more than one results. For example, the checkbox field with multiple select elements, we get like more than one elements. So if it is checkbox field like we have in service, okay, so we can just return like with the id service, and we can say it, leave it like this, or we can say it like item for each item. So essentially these two should be equal. Okay, if it is item, it should also be the item, so that it's kind of a for loop. So we have to just keep them equal, and here it is done. So all the services which are selected in the checkbox field will be returned in this list item. Okay, and now here is kind of footer text, so we can remove it for now. Here you can see how we can insert the images. Okay, so I can also show you this one as well. Let us just quickly go down and see where it is. Yes, photography services invoice. In the top of it we can return this image. Okay, what we need here is the image id. Okay, so I will go to my media library, and here is an image, and when you click on it you can see this item, this image item has an id of this one. We can copy this, we can go to our HTML template, and here we can just paste it. Okay, so here we have, but this should not be in brackets, okay, or tags. Here you can use the string of the id. Okay, so we have mapped the image, and file lock is like system path instead of URL. Avoid image URLs as they will be slow to fetch. Okay, so this is for the file system path. Okay, so image source is this. Based on the id it will fetch the image. Okay, now we have this image, we have heading, we have this, we have returned the name of the user submitting the form, and we also have service items. Okay, and we also need to return this signature, right? Signature and budget we can just leave, okay, for now. And let's return this signature field, and here's the code to return the signature. We can paste it here, okay, or probably just after this. And form raw you can add it like here, form raw here too, and signature field id is signature in our form, so we can use it. Okay, now it is done probably. Okay, now we can publish it. So now we have a form, a HTML template. It is photography services. Now we can use this in our PDF generator. Just search for it, photography service. Okay, and we can also use this in dynamic redirect. Sorry, not dynamic redirect, it is dynamic email. Okay, dynamic email. Okay, now we can add an item and enable email. Subject we can choose anything, can use dynamically, or you can also keep it static. You can say new email for photography. This is where the email will send. We can also use this email as well, but it will then go to this email. Okay, but now we can just leave it, and here we are just returning all the fields. We can also use form PDF. This token will attach the file of PDF with the email. Okay, here are a couple of more options. If you want to add uploaded files as attachments, and if you want to delete PDF attachments, after emails are sent, so you can use them as well. But for now, let's keep it to the default, and let's save it and send an email, and let's see what happens. Okay, so this page is reloaded. Let me flush the URL, and let's say Rakesh email hello@t.com, and budget, let's say this one. Service, let's choose these two last two. Signature, we can say Lokesh. Okay, now send it. So email has been sent. Okay, and now we can just open our email. Let me just reload this. Okay, we got the email, new email for photography. The information that we had submitted: Lokesh hello@t.com, 500 1000 pre-shoot video editing, of this. The important part is this PDF. Okay, so here it is. Thank you, photography service invoice. Hi Lokesh, thanks for choosing us, hoping for the best collaboration. Okay, name we have got, and the signature as well, we got it. Okay, everything is working fine for now. And what is missing? This service is missing, right? So let's go back to our form HTML template, and let's see what is the problem. For item in form raw service, let's go to the service form field, service. Okay, so service is a select field, right? Service is a service is a checkbox field. Okay, but its ID is not service, right? So we can copy it, now save and keep this to this, no changes here, and we can just reload the form, and now it should, I guess, work. So let's say Lokesh Kapoor email, we can use the one that we used before, and let's keep to photography and pre-shoot now. Okay, and this signature. Okay, and send it. Now let's see if we have got this service as well. Let's reload the email, and it should come. Okay, we got it. So let's see. Okay, now we have got it, photography and pre-shoot. Okay, and signature as well. You can also further design it. You can also make it multi-column, like you can, for example, choose an image on the left and see information on the right by using this multi-column feature. Not a feature, it's like CSS property that you can use. You can use the selector or any selector and give these properties to it, and use them in the style attribute in your HTML template, and then you can also use this class in your for your elements on the left and for your elements on the right as well. Okay, so this will make it float left to the width of 50%, and if you want to make more of the columns like this, you can make it like 33.3% and use 3 multi-column. Okay, and this way you can use it. Okay, and what else you can do, you can also make use of the ACF fields in the HTML template. You just need to use this post where you are using form. For using the form fields, you can use post and use the field ID, okay, to return the value of the ACF field in your HTML template, and it will use in the PDF. Okay, now you also have to display an image, and you can also use this post.meta and the value of the key that holds the ACF image. Okay, and this file lock we also saw in returning the image from the attachment. Okay, and if you want to include an image from the file that is uploaded in the form, then you can use the ID of the field. Okay, and here in this case you are not using file lock. Okay, so just this would work. Okay, and this one we used already by just copying the ID of the image, and then we use this in this. Okay, and use this image item. Okay, you can also conditionally display the form fields. So here is a display element, for example this one, you can replace it with this, and then here goes your condition. Okay, so if this condition is true, only then this statement would return. Okay, so for example this form dot item price is more than 0, only then this form dot item price would be returned. Okay, you can include the signature field we already returned using this, right? So this is how you can use this HTML converter, and it is powerful, it's fast, and it is very useful, right? And the interesting part is that you can also click on this, and you can then use the Elementor template. You can use the HTML from the Elementor template. You can create the Elementor template if you're not okay with coding HTML for this. Okay, you can set the dimensions, whether it has to be portrait or landscape. We already discussed how to use the custom font. Okay, you can also preview the data if you select post, or you just also need to install the Timber plugin, and then you can preview it. Okay, and here's a documentation for how to use the custom fonts. Okay, so you just need to upload the fonts that you want to use as a custom font, and then you can fetch all of these fonts, and then you can use in your CSS, right? So this is how you can make use of this HTML converter in your PDF generator, and then use them in your PDF. So this is all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, you can just head out to the comment section, and I will be able to reply you there. And you can also join the Facebook community that we have, and we're also able trying our best to reply all the queries that you might be having. So thanks for watching this video. If you're a new user, please subscribe to my channel, because I make like videos like this every week or days, like whatever, whenever I get time. Okay, so thank you so much, and see you in the next video. Bye bye, have a great day.